I'm here. Are you here? I'm here. Huh? 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 I don't know. Hello, hello. Anybody here? Anybody here? Hmm. Okay. Hello, hello, hello. A couple people here, maybe? I don't know. Hello. Where are you people? Hello, hello, hello. I'm just sitting here working on something while I wait. That's what I'm doing. What are you doing? You see, there's a couple people here. At least the eye says there's a couple people. Oh, Sherry's here. Hello, Sherry. Sherry's here. I'll show you guys in a second what I'm working on here. It's not the project of the day, although it's super cute. I'll show it to you. I'll show it to you in a bit, okay? Let me finish this round here that I'm working on, and then I'll show it to you. How is everybody? Everybody's coming in now. Hi. How are you? Okay, come on. Where we gotta go here? Right here? Come on. Go in the stitch. It's biting me. I only got a couple more here. Then I'll show you. 13. 14 and 15 and 16. Okay, so that's what I'm working on. You'll probably tell what it is. Do you know what it is? I mean, it's red. It's red and white, right? Here's my other yarn for today. Red and white, right? Red and white. And now we're adding green. Any guesses? Any guesses what we got going on here? Huh? Hello, Dawn and Sherry and Michelle. Hello, hello, ladies. Hello, hello. Thank you for hanging out with me today. I have a fun project to work on today, that's for sure. A fun project. I'm excited to work on it. A Santa hat. Yes, by George, we have a Santa hat. Now, the real question is, what is the Santa hat attached to? Any idea what it's attached to? I made another one already, so I can show you. But what do you think? What do you think that Santa hat's going to be on? It's not a very big Santa hat, right? That's my stitch marker. All right. Okay, I'm using this Parfait Chunky. I had not used Parfait Chunky before. I mean, I had a little bit from the Dollar Tree, which still feels different. Still feels different than this. This is the Dollar Tree one, and this feels different than this. This is like thinner than this one. And quite honestly, I will tell you that I think this one, this Dollar Tree one, stays together better than this one. This stuff is kind of hard to work with, honestly. Okay, so we got a Santa hat, and it's attached to green now because we're making a Christmas pickle. Isn't it cute? And I don't know why. I don't know why, but Christmas or pickles are a thing. And I do have some little signage I'm going to try to print off. I don't know how to attach it. I'm just going to put it on like cardstock. I don't know how to attach it to him. I don't know how to do that. I don't know. But he's got his little There's little bumps here. I have one, a little saying that says, "You're a real big dill." Something like that. I don't know. I had to go get pom-poms because I have 2 bags of pom-poms and not a white pom-pom in the bunch. So I needed white pom-poms. So I decided I sold a pickle at my last show. A lot of people looked at the little pickle, and I think the little Christmas pickle is going to sell really well. I also think I would make a couple Christmas potatoes. I know. I have a little saying to go with them too. I can't remember what it says, but I have a little saying to go with them. So anyhow, that's our little Christmas pickle. We'll have 2 of those, maybe 2 of the potatoes, I think. Anyhow. All right, so what was I working on? I was just working on something. Was it the pickle? Might have been the pickle guy. I don't know what it was. I think it was, yes, it was the pickle. It was when I started here. You guys, some of this yarn just falls apart. It literally just pulls off the string, because there's a string in here with all this fuzzy stuff on it. It'll just pull off the string like nobody's business. Trying to make this one. I tried a magic circle twice, and it just kept getting stuck, and you couldn't close the circle. So then I tried something different, a different method, which I'm going to try today, as a matter of fact, because I don't want to deal with that. Then there was another point where I'd like pulled up a loop, and I was trying to tighten my loop back down. No, it would not tighten back down. And I ended up breaking the yarn, and I had to start the little hat over again. So it can be very finicky. Some of the other yarns I've used haven't been, like that skinny chenille didn't do this at all. But we shall see how it goes. We got a parfait chunky here in orange, because we're going to work on making that orange pumpkin cat. Now, oh gosh, and this is like, okay, we're just going to take this off here because I don't have the center. Oh, I do have the center pull right here. Okay, let's wrap this around here. I want to use the center pull. So you're going to have to bear with me because, hello, Sean, because I'm looking at a video to do this, okay? To get the pattern, I would have to like go buy the pattern, okay? Oh, goodness. Hello, Deborah. Deborah's here. All right, so let me go find the video. Let me do that. I just saved it. Oh, here it is. It's right here. So we're going to have to just bear with the video. Okay? All right, so let me go back to the beginning of this. And hello, Mary Lou. This is going to be super cute. Super, super cute. I love the cats. Okay? Okay, I'm not at the beginning yet. Hang on. Okay, so she wants a magic circle, and I don't think I want to try a magic circle. I'm going to try it once. I'll try the magic circle once, and if it doesn't work, then we're going to do a different method. So here we go. Let's try it. So we want to put 8 single crochets in here. First, I'm going to tighten this up right off the bat. I'm going to make it pretty small, so I don't have a lot to tighten. That's a good plan right there, right? Let's make it really small. And we got to put 8 single crochets in here. I have learned some things about that too. A lot of people will start with 6. Hang on, there's 3, 4, 5. Come on, honey darn. 6, 7, 8. If you start with 6, sometimes you'll get like a coney point at the top of your circle. 8 tends to make it flatter. Wait, Deborah was in the hospital? Deborah, I didn't know you were in the hospital. Okay, so see, that one tightened up just fine. I don't know what the difference is. I really don't. Why? Does it work sometimes and it doesn't work other times? I don't know. I just don't know. Okay? So anyhow, it is what it is. I like when they put the directions for the round on the screen, so I don't have to always listen to everything they say in the video. I can just look at the directions. I like that. Okay, so we're going to do an increase in each stitch around. So that means we're going to do 2 single crochets in each of these stitches, which will give us 16. So I don't know why starting with 8 makes it flatter than starting with 6, but I mean, I guess it does. 14, and then we're back around, and there is 16. Nope, that's not right. That was not right. I missed a stitch somewhere. You're in the hospital. What are you in the hospital for? Did I miss this? We're in the hospital last week and I just missed it. I mean, what's going on here? I'm going to try this again because I missed a stitch somewhere. There's 1. I ended up with 2 short. Let's see. Okay, there's 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. Okay. Now, well, let me tighten this any tighter. I don't think it will. You can't really. Oh, I tightened a little bit. Okay, let me tighten a little bit. Okay, it's looking pretty good. All right, looking pretty good. Now, here's what I know about these little cats, because I've made a few. This is its face. This is its face. Okay, like its nose. Right? And that's how it goes. All right, we got that? She's going over a lot of instructions here. She's very thorough. So she is I think the original designer of these like loaf cats. Her name's Annie Caraway, I think is what her last name is. So she's been like the OG of the loaf cats, you know. Okay, why do we have a weird gap here? It's our first stitch. Okay, so now we're going to do a single crochet. I'm going to mark that one. And then an increase all the way around. And we should end up with, I don't know, she doesn't tell me the stitches are. Just 1 single crochet and an increase 8 times. I'm counting too. I think we're going to end up with 24. I believe. There's 21, 22, 23, 24. Okay, 24. That's what I get. That's what I get. I'm using a 4mm hook. I've also learned that using a smaller hook often is very helpful. Makes your stitches tighter and you have less holes, so your little plushie looks neater, stuffing doesn't show through, all of that stuff. So, yeah. Oh, we're going to add ears. Okay, hang on. Okay. Oh, no. No, that does not sound good at all, Deborah. Doesn't sound like any fun at all either. No, like, no diagnosis yet as to what's happening, what's going on. I hope they figure it out. Hello, Emma. Okay, for this round, we are going to start with 15 single crochets. If I can get this stitch marker undone, it's a tight one. So 15 single crochets, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need yarn. Come on. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I think we're going to make the ears now. I think that comes next, is the ears. Let's see. Let's see if we make our ears. She's still making her 15. Oh, now we got to have an ad. We got to watch an ad. If you're a beginner, she recommends using stitch markers here. She's explaining stitches have a front loop and a back loop. We know that part. We're going to back loop. She's going to put a stitch marker in the back loops, because we're going to work in the back loop on the next round. Okay, so she's putting a stitch marker in the back loop. Oh, she's putting she's putting stitch markers in everything. Oh, I see what she's marking the 2 stitches that you're going to work in the back. No, 3 stitches in the back. Okay, because we're going to work 3 stitches in the front loop. And then the next round, you're going to work those 3 stitches in the back loop. Okay, so we're going to do a front loop single, Now in the next stitch, we're doing a half double, a chain one, and another half double in the ear. I think. Hang on. Okay, and then a single crochet in the front loop of the next stitch. So it's okay, so it's like this. In the same stitch, you do a half double, a chain one, a half double, and then you do a single crochet in the front loop in the next stitch. Oh, goodness. You gotta have that. I never had to do any of that stuff. That doesn't sound like fun, swallowing a camera. I've heard of people having to do that, though. Doesn't sound like fun.
Now to make the second year, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to insert into the front loop only of the first stitch, single crochet, yarn over, insert into the front loop only of the next stitch. Now to make the second year, we're going to do the same thing.
Okay, now we do another front loop single.
Single crochet, yarn over, insert into the front loop only of the next stitch, loop, loop.
And then the next one, we do the same thing. We do a half double, a chain, and a half double.
And then we can make the last normal single crochet through both loops to finish off the row.
And then a single crochet.
There you go. You made the ears. That was the hard
No,
part.
that's not right. That's not right. That's not right, folks. Hang on. I gotta watch this because that's not right. Not right at all. Let me watch this real quick.
Every time I bring it up here, you kind of lose the lighting and can't see it. So it'll probably take me a few videos to get used to it. 13, 14, and 15. Now, if you're a beginner...
Okay, let me make sure I'm back to 15. So I took my stitches out. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yep, I got 15.
So if there's no confusion and it'll be a lot less frustrating, single crochet stitches have front loop.
I know that part.
Of those same stitches, so it's helpful to mark them now. So
she's going to use 3 stitches here for the ear.
It can kind of be hard to see with the plush on, so it doesn't hurt to just mark
I think
them.
I did,
It's
but
your first time making this plushie, and now there's going to be 2 single crochets between the ear, and then the next 3 will be the second ear.
She's marking the back loops again.
And there should be 1 stitch left.
Wait, what I did wrong was how many stitches in between.
The first time making this plushie, and now there's going to be 2 single crochets between the ear.
2 between the ears. Okay.
The second ear. And there should be 1 stitch left.
And we should have 1 left afterwards.
Now that we have them marked, it'll be a lot easier.
Okay.
This again in the front loop only of the first marked stitch.
Okay.
We're going to insert our hook.
We do a single crochet in the first one. That's 1 stitch.
Of the next marked stitch, we're going to make a half double crochet.
Now in the next stitch, we do a half double, chain 1, half double, all in the front loop. And then in the third stitch, we do another front loop single. Now we have 2 stitches in between. This is where I went wrong. We do 2 regular stitches, 2 regular singles. I think that's what I missed.
Those 3 marked stitches are what we're going to work in the next one. Now you can do 2 single
That's what I missed. Then we do another front loop single,
Now to make the
go to the
second
next stitch and do a half double, chain one half double. This is all in the front loop. And then to finish the ear, we do a front loop single. Then we have one stitch left. There. Now that looks better. Now we look like we got kitty ears. And they'll be more like kitty ears when we go in the back stitches. And it will make them pop out. Okay. Now we're back around. All right.
There you go. You made the ears. That was the hardest part of the pattern.
That was the hardest part, she says. Okay.
Let's single crochet 15 to make it back.
All right, now we're single crocheting just a regular 15 around, and that's going to take us back to the ears. So I'm going to mark that one. We have 15 single crochets back to the ears. We're at 8. 8. 10, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, now here's what I know. Those 3 stitches that we used for the ear, we're going behind the ear and we're going into the back loop. So we're going to go 1 back loop, 2 back loops, and 3 back loops. Now, I didn't mark mine, but I can tell where the back loops were. So I got 3 stitches go behind the ear now in the back loops that we had skipped. And we have 2 stitches in between. So we come up front and we do 2 regular single crochets in the 2 that are between the ear. Now we go back behind again. And we grab the 3 back loop stitches, which are fighting me for some reason. Where are you? Here we go. There's a 1 and a 2 and a 3 right here. And then remember, how many stitches did we have left? 1. So we catch 1 on the front side beside the ear. And now our ears stand up. See, they stand up. These are really pretty easy to do once you have done a couple of them and you know how to. I say a couple because I didn't get it right after the first one. So I'm skipping this to row 6.
So we're going to flip the ear forward.
She did what I would suggest too. She pulled the ear forward like this so that she could find those back loops behind there. She had stitch markers in hers, which would be helpful if you needed a little help finding the back loops. But I was pretty sure I could find the back loops without putting stitch markers. All right. Yep, my 2 singles between, 3 singles behind, and we got 1 to finish. There we go. Oh, we're going to add feet now.
So I'll show you how to test out where the feet are going to go to make sure that you get them on straight the first time.
Oh, yeah, we want them straight the first time.
What might be different for other people is the type of yarn you're using, your tension, your crochet hook.
Yeah.
Now we can test out how it's going to look by placing a stitch marker in the next stitch. Skip 2, that'll be in between.
What is she doing there?
5 normal single crochets to get to the tension, your crochet hook. Lots of things can make
okay. I fast forwarded too far. I missed her first.
Let's make 5 normal single
The sunny kitty.
where we want to add our first.
Okay, so we're going to do 5 single crochets. 1. She uses a lot of stitch markers in this tutorial to show you, there's 3 and 4 and 5. And this should be where our first foot goes.
Now we can test out how it's going to
Foots are just bobbles.
The next stitch, skip 2, that'll be in between the feet. add another stitch marker, and you can see what your feet will look like and if they will be even. If your feet are like over here, it's not going to affect the pattern at all. Just move them over to be as centered as you possibly can, because you don't want a lop-sided pattern.
Okay.
To create the feet, we're going to be doing a bobble stitch made with 3 double crochets.
So we're doing bobbles.
Insert into the next stitch, pull up a loop,
Go through 2,
loops.
yarn over,
makes 1 double crochet.
go in,
So we're going to do that 2 more times.
pull up a loop,
yarn over, insert
go
into the
through
same
2.
stitch,
It's like you've started 3 double crochets
yarn over, insert into the same stitch,
that you don't finish. We'll end up with 4 loops on our hook.
Feet are going to be pretty small.
Go through all 4.
We wanted to make the feet really
Okay.
big. You could keep going and add 4 or 5.
Yeah, she said you could make your bobble bigger if you wanted to have bigger feet.
Now to finish off the bobble, we're going to pull through all of the loops on our hook while kind of pushing the foot out a little bit.
Yep. Another ad. So sorry. We're having an ad issue.
Foot out a little bit. Now you can pull it tight before you do the next single crochet, and that'll just help the foot push out a little bit.
And then you do a single crochet here.
We did our first single crochet between the feet. We can do one more.
And another single crochet between the feet.
Stitch in the next stitch.
And then we do a bobble. Okay, so we did our bobble, 2 single crochets, and now we're doing another bobble. So remember, yarn over, go in, pull up a loop, pull through 2 loops. Yarn over, go back into the same stitch, pull up a loop, go through 2 loops. That leaves 3 on the hook. Yarn over, go back into the same stitch, pull up a loop, go through 2, and we have 4 left on our hook. Pull through all 4. Our feet are really close together in the front. I guess they're the front feet, so they're close together. See them? There they are.
And pull through all the loops
All right. Now, how many stitches do we have left?
And single crochet into the next stitch. Now we're going to single crochet around to get back to our stitch mark.
Oh, hang on. Did she not count that one? Let's see. Let's see what she says.
Now push it back and pull through all the loops on your hook.
Go into the next one and do a single crochet.
Single crochet into the next stitch. Now we're going to single crochet around to get back to our stitch marker. It's okay if you had to adjust your feet and move them one way or the other. As long as you just make it back to the stitch marker, we'll be fine. It has been so beautiful.
Oh, she doesn't tell you how many stitches. We're just going back to the stitch marker. Okay. I got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I don't know, that seems right. He's a cute little guy. Look how little he is. He's a little peanut guy. He's gonna be so cute.
All the trees changing colors.
He's gonna be so
I
cute.
signed my daughter up for like pumpkin picking at the horses there too. So she loves horses. She'll be very excited.
Now she's talking about
now
life.
we can stop to add the eyes, and I'll show you how I like to do my whiskers. For my eyes, I like to do.
Okay, it's time for a face, folks. I don't want to pull this up too high because, as I've said, it's hard to tighten it back down again. Okay, so eyes. It's eye time. I just got new eyes. I don't know if these are too big. Let's check out our eyes. These are 14s. They just came. These might be a little too big for this guy, but let's find out. I'm just going to put them in here where I think they go. I don't have backs or colors on them or anything. We'll see what she says when she tells me where to put them. Oh, I don't know. What do you think? Think they're too big? I don't think they're too big. Do you? I think they look good. I think they look good. Okay. What color eyes, folks? Well, okay. Remember, it's a pump. Okay. I already know. It's a pumpkin cat. And it gets green. It gets green leafage on it. You know what I'm thinking, right? What's going to show up really good on here for the eyes? You know what I'm thinking. Say it. Say it out loud. You know what I'm thinking, right? You know what I'm looking for. What am I looking for? Blue would be pretty, but no. Oh, come on. Come on, come on. I'm going to have to take them all out. Because I think I want green, right? What do you think? I'll show you blue just in case, but I think because it's a pumpkin cat, it needs green eyes. What do you guys think? Gold, I think, would blend in too well. There's an orange. We don't want orange because we don't want orange. If that's the same color as the yarn, it wouldn't show up. Hello, Emma. Thank you, Emma. Thank you, Emma. I truly appreciate that. All right. So let's try them out with some green eyes. Yep. Yep, you're right, Emma. That's what I'm saying, green. All right. Oh, it's so cute. It's so cute. Yes, it is. I like where these eyes are. I just popped them in and I like the placement of them. I don't even think I'm going to listen to her directions. Put them between this row and blah, 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 and this many stitches apart and all that jazz. I think I like them. So these are what they call apparently kawaii eyes, where they have, I'll show them up close to you in a second. Here, let me put this away. Okay. So they're called kawaii eyes, where they have like the pupils and then the color around the outside. And apparently this is how you're supposed to put them. You put the pupils in like this and kind of facing down a little bit. If you face them up, they look like they're psycho. You know, they're a little crazy looking, a little cray-cray. What do you think? I think it's going to be perfect. Look how pretty they are. Right? Look how pretty his little eyeballs are. Look at that. Say hello, my little friend. Oh, look. Look me in the eye. I think they're cute. Now, these backs are a little different. They're interesting. I've never had backs like this before. Hopefully they go on easily. If not, I'll have to go find my tool. I do have a tool, but these are a little different. You're connected to each other. Why? Why are you not a whole one? Why does this one have a gap right there? You're not supposed to have a gap. That don't seem right to me. Okay, squish them in there. Okay, let's cross our fingers, folks. Cross our fingers that these go on easily. Let's see. Let's see. Wow, so easy. I can't believe it was that easy. So if you'll look at these, I don't know if you've seen a safety eye back before, but look at how it's got that like triangle almost in the middle. A lot of them don't have that. They just have like a circle. I think that's what made them go on so easy, is because there's a little extra space there. Wow, I love that. I like those eyes, those backs. I hope they stay on. I mean, I hope they're just as secure when you get them on. But okay, there's his little feet. Look at, he's going to sit on them little feet. There's his little eyeballs. I like his eyeballs. I get excited about the simplest things. Eyeballs. Okay, I like him so far. See how easy this has been so far? I mean, it's so easy. And this one has no color changes in the yarn. There are cats. Let's see what she says. Where's she putting them? She's starting in the magic circle. She put hers further apart, I think.
You can experiment and do anything that you like.
You can do anything that you like. I think she put hers over one more stitch. I don't know. I like mine where they're. I like them.
Can help people recognize your style and your plushies. So do whatever feels.
People will recognize your style. Okay, I don't know that I have a style, but all right. She's got an interesting tool to put her eyes on with.
so don't mess up.
They're on there forever, so don't mess up. Oh, okay. We're going to make whiskers. I'm going to need some other yarn. So
because if you can see, there are no fuzzies, and it's very clean looking. It's also a little bit lighter weight than worsted weight acrylic, I feel like, most of the time. So the whole reason I've always made my cats with 8 stitches starting off and throughout the whole thing, sets of 8 instead of sets of 6, is because I want the X nose to be straight. If you look,
oh, she's doing the nose.
2 on this side.
So she's got brown. Okay, hang on. I'm going to go grab some other yarn real quick. Chit chat amongst yourself real quick. I'll be right back. I know what I'm after. I'll be right back. I'll be right back, she said. I thought I had put them away in the bedroom, but I didn't. They were in my bag out in the living room. Okay, so she's doing a brown, little brown for the nose. So we have our scissors. We have some brown cotton yarn. You can use worsted weight yarn. She said she doesn't like it as well, but you know, it's okay. It's okay. If you use worsted weight, it would be fine. But I knew I had this cotton hanging out there. Okay. So we're going to make the nose first. So always put a little X on the nose. So she's coming right here.
Take the yarn off your needle. This is how
all right.
I've done it after trial and error.
Oh, she does this interesting.
I'm going to put the yarn back on the needle and go through for the top of the other side. The top of your X should be a little smaller than the bottom of your X.
I'm not going to go through all that.
In my opinion. Now,
I'm just going like this. All you're doing, she gives you some tips how she does everything, but I'm just making an X. Okay? Making an X on the nose. And you make it look like you want it to. Now, see that? I don't like. Why? Why? Because this one is way too high. So I'm going to take that one out because I don't like how high I did that. I can fuss with noses and mouths forever, I swear. I take forever sometimes. I take them out like a million times. Okay, that looks better to me. And then over here, back in here. And let's see what we think. I think that's perfect. I think it's perfect. So she said that your bottom of your nose, your bottom of your X, should always be a little bit smaller than the top. Look, it is. See? So now that you've done that, you just tie this in the back. And learn from my experience. Do not make your first knot super tight. Because if you do, you're going to pull those stitches. You're going to pull them too tight. And you're going to make them move. So don't pull them too tight the first time. Get it snug so they don't wiggle around a lot. The second time you do your knot, you can tighten it up. I'm going to cut some of this off because there's a lot of excess yarn in here. I just don't need. All right, there's our nose. What do we think? What do we think? Isn't he cute? Isn't he cute? Now she's going to make whiskers. I've never put whiskers on them before. And I'm not certain. She does something weird too, because she like does knots and all kinds of stuff. I watched the video. She does like knots in the yarn and then pulls them through and cuts them. And let's see. Let's see what we think.
Now let's have 2 inches apart.
Okay, hang on. I already missed the first part.
Knots on the string, and I'll show you how I space them.
Okay, so she takes the green yarn and she makes a knot. Okay, so she makes a knot. How am I making a knot? I don't know. How am I making a knot? Let's see. She makes a knot here. Okay, we got a knot. All right. Then she comes over here and she spaces it apart and she makes another knot. Something like this. Okay, we got our string and we got 2 knots. All right. That's all I know so far.
Probably 1.5 to 2 inches.
1.5 to 2 inches. Well, I got like 3. Oh, now she puts another knot right here, close to this one. Okay. Close to that one. And then I think she makes one further away.
The second whisker, and you can even line it up like this to make sure that
Oh, yep. Then she makes one that matches this knot down here. She says you can even do this. Line it up so that your knot's right there. Okay. All right. So we're going to run that through there, make another knot there. Okay. So now we have, can you see this? We have a knot here and a knot there and 2 knots in the middle. Right? Following along there? Okay. Following along. Now what? Now what?
There we go. Those are 2 whiskers.
Oh, and now she just, she glues this. Okay, so she cuts on the end of this knot. And she cuts on the end of this knot. And then she cuts in the middle. And so we have we have 2 little strings with knots at the end. See? 2 knots, 2 knots. And then she glues these on. Oh, I know what she does.
At least if you want to do your whiskers this way, or you could use a hot glue gun.
You could hot glue them or you can use fabric glue. I've got fabric glue.
There we go. Do the same thing on the other side. Try and make
Okay, where does she put these though? So she takes her hook. That's what she does. She takes her hook and she puts it in here. And then she grabs this whisker and she pulls the whisker in like this. No, that's not right. That is not right. That's not right. Maybe it has to go through 2 stitches. Oh, yep. Okay, it goes through 2 stitches. Let's see, where did whiskers look good? Here? I think whiskers look good here. Go through 2 stitches. Grab your yarn and pull it through. And then what? You got to pull one. You got to pull one through. Am I right? Let's see. Pull one through. There we go. There we go. They're long whiskers. We got some long whiskers. I think they're too long. What do you think? Yep, my whiskers are way too long. Okay, so we're gonna do this because I'm not feeling like redoing all of this. We're just gonna make some different knots here. We're gonna shorten these puppies up. That's what we're doing. Okay, we're shortening them up. It looks too short now. It's too short. Let's see. We'll just play with We'll just play with knots. You know what I'm saying? No. 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 I can't. Oh, shoot. I lost that one. Whisker down. Whisker down. Okay. Got my knot in the wrong place here. Hang on. Let's try this and see what happens. That one knot will end up in the middle. Okay. So let's go through our 2 stitches again. And let's pull this through and pull one end out like such, like such. Now what? Now are they okay? Now I think they look okay. And I can trim this up so I don't have a lot of excess stuff dangling. I just have the knot at the bottom. There. What do you think? We got whiskers. Now we got to make these match. How do we make these match? Because these were really long. I know what I could do. When I knotted in the center, it used up more yarn. You know what I mean? And it hides in the middle anyhow. Let's see. Okay, now which stitches did I go through over here? I went through these 2 right here. Okay. It's all about playing with it. That's one thing I've learned. You just got to play with things until you like it. Play with it until you like it, right? Okay. Knots in the center. Okay, that's not bad at all. Now, there. What do we think? What do we think about our little whiskers? They're kind of crazy, aren't they? Okay, I haven't glued them in yet. They're still a little longer than these. They are longer. So maybe we need to, let's do something else in the center here to just, I'm going to keep doing this until I just use up more yarn in the middle, you know? Because I don't want to retie knots on this little string. Okay, I'll try that again. Here and here, these 2 right there. Okay. See how much I talk to myself when I do this? I just talk to myself and I just think things through. And I'm sure you guys do that, right? Tell me that you do that, please. Oh, don't come out. Okay. Go hide behind. There we go. You hide in there. Little knot. Hide back there behind my stitches. Nope, not that far. There, right there. Now they look okay, don't they? They're crazy. Wild and crazy little whiskers. Your cat has long whiskers. Well, my cat's whiskers are a little long. Okay, that's fine. Okay, moving on, folks. We're moving on. Look, we got the cat's face and the cat's whiskers. My other cats didn't have whiskers. The ones I made before, they had no whiskers. This is my first cat with whiskers.
A bunch of cats from my shop at our market. I'll make a ton of them up to this point so that I can let the glue dry and I don't get any on me.
And then I'll glue these later. I'm not going to, oh, you know what?
I will show you really quickly how to single crochet with the bubble stitches.
Okay, hang on. I think I have to glue them because I'm not going to be able to get to them. It'll be fine. It will be fine. Because as we keep going and start making the cat body and stuff, I'm not going to be able to get in there and glue those whiskers on. So we're going to glue them right now, and hopefully they'll be dry enough and all that. So we're just going to come in the back. I'm just going to add some glue here. Just a dab of glue here. We're in now. It's not going anywhere now. Okay, little whisker glue here. Whisker glue there. And then come over here. Oh, I got that big knot over here on this side. Some whisker glue here. Okay. All right. You talk to yourself all the time. Yay. Mm-hmm. I know, right? Who are you talking to? Nobody. Just me. He looks creepy this way. Look at him. Ooh, look at them weird eyes. That's the inside. Okay. I don't think it's going to hurt anything. I think it will dry just fine as long as I'm not playing inside there and touching the glue. Aha. Hello, Badra's World. We're making a little pumpkin kitty cat. Little pumpkin kitty. Okay. I'm following Annie Caraway. Annie Caraway? Pumpkin kitty. It's a pumpkin kitty. It's super cute.
Here we go. We made it to the bobble.
Here we go. Hang on. What do we do? Wait. What are we doing?
Bobble stitches. And space all done.
Okay.
The next thing we're going to do is to just single crochet around for 5 rows. I will show you really quickly how to single crochet with the bobble stitches.
We're single crocheting around for 5 rows. We got to go around these bobble stitches here that are the feet. But it's just single crochets around. I don't know how many stitches we're supposed to have. Do you? Anybody know? I don't think she has said in a while. So try not to touch the glue inside. I touched the glue. I felt the glue. Ah, darn it. 1. How many stitches do we have? 2. 3. I got to mark my round here. There's 3. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5. Okay, now we're going around the feet, the bobbles. So there's a stitch in front. That's 6. There's a stitch in back. That's 7. Then we got a stitch in between. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. I'm going to make this 24 because I think that was the number that we kind of ended on once before. Look how cute he is. He's so little. He's so cute. Oh my goodness. It is easy. It really is easy. It's not hard at all. Okay. Oh, granny squares. I'm over the granny squares right now because I'm making a crochet blanket. It's a test crochet. Oh my gosh. That was round 1. We got to do 3, right? Not what I just said. 3. Okay, 24 makes sense. Didn't we have 24 stitches at one point? I think we did. Let's see. Does she say how many stitches we should have at this point? Or is she just saying make this many rounds now? She's showing us how to go around the bobbles. I think it's more than 3 rounds.
So here we go. We made it to the bobble. Here you see there is a front loop and a back loop right there, kind of at the back of the bobble. Just single crochet normally. And you don't want to miss this one right here. 1, 2 between feet. and then 0 crochet right there for that bobble. This is the camera mount things that goes around your neck because I have been so lazy when it comes to filming short videos. I should into like an all when I should be taking a mount little glimpse into your life.
Where's round 6?
Here we go. More motivated to do it. I love making
single crochet around for single crochet around for 5 rows. I thought it was row 5. No, it's 5 rows. Okay, so we've done 1. We got to do 5. All right, we got to do 5. Okay. Whew. Man. Still try not to touch that glue inside. Here's what makes the loaf part. We're making a loaf now. Might have to come back next week and finish up like the, okay, that's 2. See, I'm counting my rounds, counting them with supplies. So she does this whole thing. She does all the rounds and everything, and she just chit-chats for a while. She just talks about life and things, and I don't know. She just talks for a while. Well, she does all of her rounds here. Then when we get through these rounds, I know we've got to do back feet. We got to add the back feet, more bobbles, and then you start to decrease until you close up at the butt. At the butt. There are people out there that like to put the little X on the back too and show the little butt. I'm like, I've never been a real fan of having the little butthole. I don't know. Some people think it's cute. Some people think it's fun. I don't know. What do you think? Would you put a little X on the back for his little butthole? I mean, you do see the cat's butthole all the time. I see my cat's butthole. Misty is always putting hers right in my face, but, 3 rounds. There was a girl that I met at one of the shows, and she had several cats, and she always gave them a little X. X marks the spot, but I think my cats are worn out today. They were out all day yesterday. I think Dale's let them out again. Yeah, I think they're out again. But they were in. They all were in. They were all taking naps. They stayed out late. They stayed out past the lights going out. They were out in the dark. Misty, she would run away from me. Actually, the first one to come in was Sunny, of all things. And then, it's like 9 o'clock, after 9 o'clock at night, and they're still outside. I go out with the flashlight and I spot Smokey out in the backyard. And then I spotted the big orange cat. Not our cat, but that big fluffy orange one that we've seen before. Him and Smokey are kind of like having this face off. Smokey's crouched. Big cat's over there. I'm like, oh, no. I had the flashlight in my hand. So I go out there in the yard and I'm walking to Smokey. And then I start going towards the orange cat because I'm like, no. And I'm shining the flashlight at the orange cat, and he kind of wasn't even going anywhere. Like, I don't think he knew what was coming at him other than a light. He didn't realize there was a person behind the light. But finally, he started moving off to the woods. And I got him to move off to the woods, and then Smokey turned and went run into the house, right up under the deck. Misty was not far behind him, and they both went running up under the deck. Sunny had been in, although Sunny ran away from me twice. I mean, I can get so close to that cat, and if he's not ready to come in, he just takes off and he's gone. I'm like, you little brat. But he came in first, and then those two were having the face-off with the big orange cat. I'm like, okay. But boy, they come booking to the deck, run right under the deck, and Smokey came right up on the deck, and I got him, picked him up, and tossed him in the door, and I thought Misty was still under the deck. So I'm looking for her. I can't find her. I thought maybe she went back out in the yard. I couldn't find her. I opened the door, and I'm like, Dale, come help me. Help me get Misty. And he goes, I mean, this little gray cat that's in the house? And I'm like, what? She had come in when I opened up the door and tossed Smokey in. She had snuck in with him, and I did not realize it. So anyhow, it's going to be the cutest little thing. Look how adorable it is. We got time to keep going. We might get the body finished today. We shall see. I know we're going to have to do bobbles here in a minute. That was 5 rounds. All right. She's still talking. She's talking about life and what she's been doing and kids and this and that. And all right. So we're ready to move on. We got to get, okay. All right. Bye, Deborah. Take it easy. Let me know how you're doing. Okay, she's talking about other things she's made like this. Okay, da. I hate to fast forward because I'm in misdirections. I do that too many times. Oh, she's talking about.
We had to check and adjust them because tension and yarn and plushie is different.
Okay, so she's suggesting 6 single crochets before we start our feet. So let's see. And she's like, you can always adjust them. I've had to adjust feet before. Move them over a stitch or something so that you like the placement of them. Let's see how 6 does. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then the back feet are going to be, okay, can you see this? The back feet are going to be a little further apart than the front feet are. Okay, so there's our 6 stitches.
Let's do that and see how
I'm just going to go with 6. I'm going with 6.
4, 5, and 6. Let's test out the placement by adding a stitch marker to the next one, skipping 2, and adding a stitch marker to the next. And you just want to try to line them up. That looks pretty good to me. And if you're super off, don't be scared to adjust it. It won't affect the pattern at all. The back feet will be the same as the front.
Okay, let's see.
We're going to do a 3 double crochet bobble stitch. We're going to yarn over, insert, 1.
We're doing our bobble.
2 and 3. Now push it forward, pull through all the loops in your hook, and make that next single crochet kind of tight. Factory knot. No! You can fix this. It's alright. If you find a factory knot in your yarn, it's okay.
She's got a knot.
Back in there, and then we're going to make 1 undone. I always kind of pray that the spacing comes out good, where the knot will be on the inside like that. I could hide it. There we go. I can tell that knot's in there. It'll never come undone because we tied it like that. So 2 between the feet, and then make another bobble for the second foot. 1, 2, 3. Roll them, and then make a tight next single crochet. So that stays together. You can see these little feet. Now we're going to single crochet around and make it back to the stitch marker.
Okay, do we like where the feet are? Let's see. I'm lying. They're not further apart, or they're right in line with my other ones. Look, here's 2 and here's 2. They look kind of like boobies, don't they? They're little boobies on that. Okay, now we single crochet around. I think I'm going to leave them. See what we think. Okay, let's see. What do we think? Will he sit up on his little feetsies? I think he'll be just fine. Look, I think he'll look at him. He sits up just fine. I think he's perfect. I like him. Oh, she said your count might be different from mine. Okay, now we're going to do one round, whatever stitch count we got here. She says your count may be different than mine, but all that matters is that, you know, you get around to the beginning. So your cat might be fatter than hers. You might have more stitches than her. I don't know. It really doesn't matter. It really, truly doesn't. As long as your feet are placed where they look good and your ears are placed where they look good, right? That's all that really, truly matters. Because now we're just going to decrease this thing. We're going to have to get some polyfill, but we're going to decrease it and close up its little butt, make a little tail, and then we got the little greenery that's going to go on it for his little pumpkin leaves. I'm going to have to probably get polyfill here any second. I bought some new polyfill yesterday. I was at Michael's. I did not know Michael's had their own brand of polyfill. I might even open it, even though I have some that's open. I might open up this new bag just because I want to try it. Look how well he sits, though. Look. He sits perfectly on his 4 little feet there. I like him. I like him. I like him. Okay, she's going around her feet here, her bobbles.
You done?
No, sir. Why?
When are you gonna be done?
In about 15 minutes or so.
Come see me.
Okay, I will come see you.
At the shop.
In the shop. Okay.
Outside the shop.
Okay. Yeah, we got to stuff now. See, I knew we were going to have to stuff. He's so cute. And this face is going to just flatten up and go smushy, smushy kind of. Okay, let me get the polyfill. There goes Misty following Dale. Yep, he's got him outside again. Oh. So first of all, let me say that this bag of polyfill is a lot bigger than the other polyfill, but it weighs the same amount. Now, my thought process is that it's fluffier. It's taking up more space, right? Lost my scissors. Guys, where'd my scissors go? Where did the scissors go? I got glue. They're right there. Jeez. If it was a snake, it would have bit me, right? And this was cheaper. I think it was $1 cheaper than the regular polyfill that you get. So let's see what we think. Oh, it's different. It's more like cotton candy. Oh, it's different. It's interesting. Okay, I think our glue is probably dry enough, right? Oh my. Okay, so I've been watching videos because, you know, that's what I do. Watch videos. Oh, it's so cute. Jennifer, isn't it adorable? You should make one or two or three. And I watch Wonder Crochet. She's amazing. Okay, let's see. Hang on. And I was just watching a video she made about tips and tricks for plushies, things not to do, things to do. And she said, when you put your polyfill in, don't just stuff it in there. Shape as you go. Shape as you go. You know, use a tool, use a stick, use whatever, but shape it as you go. You know? And so I understand what she's talking about. Like right here, I want my face of my little, and she said you're going to smush, and, you know, move them around. And okay, look how cute it is. Now look, down here, see the hole right here? See the divot? You can see it, right? There's a little, how's the best way to show you? The little divot in here. I think that means I don't have enough stuffing right there. So I'm going to put some more right in there, make it nice and round all the way around. And you don't have to stuff this all the way full yet because we got some more rounds to go. But I kind of like this stuffing though. The stuffing's kind of cool. Look at it. It's adorable. He looks crooked. His face looks crooked. Like, okay, so let's, like you need some more on this side over here to, let's see, is that what it needed? It's so cute. Okay, so because, okay, look, just play with it, right? Play with it and shape it. Oh my, oh my, oh my. I kind of like that polyfill. I kind of like it. It's different. It's thicker. It's thicker. I kind of like it. We shall see. Now our hole's going to get smaller. We'll still be able to stuff a little bit more. But now we're going to start decreasing. And he stuffed pretty firm. Okay, that's a mistake I made when I first started. Is I didn't put enough stuff in there. And they were really, really loose. So I stuff them a lot more.
And now we're basically going to do the opposite of what we did to start.
Okay, now we're going to do one crochet, one single, and an invisible decrease. We're going to do that 8 times. All right, so here's our first stitch. Invisible decreases. I'm still kind of like, So an invisible decrease, you go into the front loop of this stitch and you go into the front loop of the next stitch, which is hard to do for me. I don't know why I have such a hard time going into the next little stitch. Why is it so hard? I don't know. I can't get in there. See? I've been doing it different than this. Okay, what one am I in? Maybe I'm in the wrong place. Let's see. We go in here. And we go in here. Okay, then you pull up. And you go through. What do you do? Go through 2 and then go through. No, that doesn't seem right.
Instead of
hang on, I'm going to watch her.
Increase, we're going to do 1 single crochet, then we're going to do an invisible decrease, which is pulling up the front loop only
from
the next 2 stitches,
and
then single crochet one.
See, you watch people and you learn things. I did that part right. She goes like this. She hooks it from the top down. Then she goes to the next one and hooks in the stitch from the top down. I'm still having a hard time getting that second one. I'm going bottom up that time. I don't care however I get in there. No, that wasn't right. Top down, top down. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it was right. Then you go through 2 and you go through 2. Okay. All right, hang on. But I think I needed another single crochet in between first. A regular single crochet. Then we go, just go from the top and from the top. Oh, that's easier. Keep this tight. That's the thing I've noticed. Keep it tight. All right, you want these decreases to be tight. Otherwise, you will see them. Oh, that's much easier to go top down. Okay. All right. Something else I just learned. See, you learn as you go. It's always a learning process. And you get better and better and better, right? I mean, didn't we all do that with things in life? Did I do another single or is that? I don't remember. It's not really going to matter as long as you're decreasing this and making your hole smaller. It doesn't really matter. That's another thing I've learned. Sometimes it's not essential that you've done exactly the right number of stitches and, you know. Oh, does it come out right? Do I have 2 left? No, I have 3 left. See, I got 3 stitches left. So I'm just going to make this work. I'm going to go do a decrease. Come on. A decrease. Go in this last stitch right here. Decrease. No, I'm okay. I'm good. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Where's his little foot? Stick out. See, poke his little foot back out. We want his foot to stick out. He's so cute. Oh my. Okay. Now my guess is we just do decreases all the way around this time. But oh, sorry. We gotta watch a video for Craft Club. Craft of the month. Craft of the month.
Decreases work really well for around a hat. But we made it back around. And the last stitch should always be an invisible decrease. It's how you want it because after this, the hole is going to be very small. I know I was told about like those birds. Now I'm going to be making this many birds, okay? And I'm
man.
You guys want to see what that turned into? Hold on.
She's going on to something
I have
else.
6 done so far.
She's talking about other birds that she's made. Okay, yeah, this is a invisible decrease around. So here's what we have to make sure that, well, I can do it next time too. Got to make sure that we got enough stuffing in here. I can stuff after this hole, because after this hole. Oh boy. Okay, so this should be, I think, 8. Here's 1. I can't get in the stitch again. Come on. Come on, Nelly. Go in there. No. It's not going in. Okay, there we go. All right. And then you go through 2 loops, and you go through 2 loops. Whew, that was a struggle. Let me try it from the bottom up this time. No, that's how I was doing it before. I was doing an extra loop. Okay, there. Got that one. Okay. No, don't do that. When I was doing before, I was doing a loop over in between, and that wasn't what you're supposed to do. Okay, we're getting there. I think that's 4. And that's 5. I think. I lost count. No, don't wrap over my yarn around yet. Okay, keep it tight. Keep it tight. I think that's 6. Well, that one was easy. 7. One more, and then we're going to stuff a little bit. Come on. and 8. Okay, now, look, I got this little tiny hole here, but we're going to put some more stuffing in there because it needs more stuffing. We're going to get it stuffed and closed up. And then next time, I think we'll do his greenery, his tail, and that's not going to take that long. So I'm probably going to have to work on something else next time, too. Probably start something new. I don't know. We were going to do that Pikachu, but I changed my mind because this came across and I was like, oh, no. We have to do this because 'tis the season. 'Tis the season for a little pumpkin kitty cat, right? Look how much I'm putting in here. In that little bit, I thought it was pretty full, but I mean, look at him. Okay, hang on. No, I still feel that there's room. There's room for more. I got like a hole in there. Got a cavern that needs filling. This is where my little wooden stick would be. This would be helpful too. Here we go. There. Stuff it in there with the crochet hook. Okay, feet are still sticking out. I don't want my feet to like get sucked in and disappear. Okay, do I feel like he's nice and firm all the way around? And one little bit more. Just one little bit more. And then, because I'm putting this over to the side, I feel like there's a little gap over there. Okay, there, what do we think? What do we think? I think he's adorable. Okay, so now, I'm calling it good. I'm going to cut this off. And the last little bit, I hope this tightens up. This is where I have problems with this yarn. Oh, it tightened up beautifully. I'm so happy. Oh, look, he even stands up like that. Because now we sew the rest of this closed. And here's another thing. I think I learned it from Wonder Crochet. I think that if you are sewing things on, like if you're sewing on arms and things, sew them on with worsted weight yarn. Don't try to use this yarn because it's not good for sewing. We're not truly sewing here. We are, but we aren't. I mean, we're just sewing up the hole. But if you're trying to sew on a head and arms and stuff, don't use the plushie yarn. Okay, that tightened up nicely. I'm so happy with how this is turning out. And now you just run your yarn through some stitches and some holes and some gaps. And you're just like, yeah. Remember, he's going to get a tail. If we wanted a little, you-know-what hole, that would go here. Okay, now I'm going to go down through and I'm going to come way out here. Just because I feel if you go like through the middle on the back and then come out here and pull this, it flattens up your little back side nicely. Okay? And we want a nice flat backside, don't we? No. So listen to somebody talk about, I know, it was, I went to the yarn garden for a crochet-along type thing, or a make-along, not a crochet, make-along. And somebody was talking about when she was 5, falling into the seats at the theater because when she was 5, you don't have junk in your trunk. And I'm like, honey, I think I was born with junk in my trunk. I've always had junk in my trunk, Okay, so here's what we got. Here's our little kitty. Look at it. It's so cute. Now, my test always is, does it stand up? Look at it. A Christmas cat tree with ornaments. Well, that's interesting. I don't know what that is, Sherry, but that sounds interesting. Look how well it stands up. I love it. This is the best cat I've ever made. It's the smallest cat I've ever made, but it's the best cat I've ever made. It's funny. It's The smallest cat I've ever made, but I'm using bigger yarn than I've ever used. Go figure. It's just a little kitty. Now, there's other patterns you could, follow and make your cat bigger. And she made hers with blanket yarn. So hers was like, chonky. So next week I'm going to come back. I'm going to make the tail, attach the tail. All my tails are kind of weird. Okay. They're not the way they're supposed to be. But we're going to give it a go. And we're going to make a tail. And we're going to make the pumpkin greenery that goes on the cat. Because it gets, pumpkin leaves and stuff on it. And it just goes on its head. It just gets like this leafy thing that falls off its head. Okay. It's super cute. And then we're on another project. She has got a lot of free tutorials. I will say. She's got the pumpkin kitty. She's got a dog. I would love to make the dog. She also has tips and tricks for doing your plushies. How to paint safety eyes. How to surface crochet. How to do front post, back post. She's got a lot of tips and tricks. She's got her original cat, the big loaf cat. She has that as a tutorial. A German Shepherd puppy dog. Oh my gosh. Is Annie Caraway. Annie Caraway art. Like I said, I think she is the original loaf cat, like designer. She's got a big strawberry. Oh, I want to make this. I forgot she had this. She's got a gingerbread man, but she also has this guy. Let's see if I can. I don't want to play the video. That's not what I want to do. No. Okay. Stop. Now I have an ad. Oh my gosh. I wanted to just see the thumbnail of this. Can we go back to the thumbnail? I just want the thumbnail. Okay, where's the darn animal? It's so cute. And you guys will laugh because this is not something. Okay, hang on, here it is. Stop. No, stop. Oh. Okay, here they are. Here they are. Right in the center. A fox. They call that splooting when they lay down like that. Splooting. Look at the white one. That's like an Arctic fox. A little wolf looking thing. Aren't they adorable? And then, of course, here's all of her cats and loaf cats and stuff. That's a dog. The only way you can tell is the ears, I think, are a little different. But I love these like laying down animals. I want to make one. I love the white one with the blue. Oh, I love the white one. It's like an Arctic fox. I think it is so cool. But the fox is really pretty. The gray one. I want to make one of those. Maybe we'll make one of those next time. I don't know. I don't want to make all a bunch of plushies here for Crochet-A-Longs, but those are adorable. Adorable. Okay? All right. I'm going to let you guys go. And I'm going to go see what Dale wants me for outside of the shop. As he said, he needs me by the shop. I'm so happy with how it stands. That's the best I've ever done on one of these. I've made like 4 or 5. And I think this is my best one ever. And I'm so happy with it. I'm so happy with it. I love it so, so much. It's so cute. I don't even mind the whiskers. I mean, it's a pumpkin cat. It can have some green whiskers. I love it. All right. I'm going to go. And thank you guys for hanging out with me for the afternoon for a while. I love it that you guys are here. Otherwise, I got I'd just be sitting here crocheting and talking to myself if it wasn't for you guys being here. So thank you for hanging out. Okay. We're finishing them up next time. I don't know. Maybe we're going to work on a fox. I don't know. I don't know. We shall see. All right. I will talk to you guys later. If you have any suggestions between now and then, let me know. Just let me know. I'm open for suggestions. All right. I will talk to you guys later. Anybody buying stuff from Diamond Art Club, like Halloween paintings. I have I have a little insider info that there's one coming out that, even though I am not a Halloween person, as you well know. Oh my God, there it is. There it is. Okay, I need this. I need that in my life. I need that in my life. Right? I'm getting that. I am getting that. It's Sheena Pike. It's adorable. It's purple and pink. And it's the cute little... That's adorable. Right? It's adorable. Oh my goodness. I have to get that. I hope it's not huge. I just hope it's not huge. Don't be huge. It's not. It's perfect. It's 55 by 75. It's got 3 ABs and 4 fairy dust. I love it. I love it. Look at the rendering of it. It's perfect. Okay. I didn't think I was going to buy anything because it's all Halloween-y stuff and I'm not into Halloween. But this is more pumpkin. Okay, there's some ghosts, but there's candy and leaves and it's fall and okay. I love it. I love that. Oh, the scarecrow from a few days back. Now, look at her. She's pretty. She's pretty. Lots of pretty colors. But, the cat is pretty. Not my style of cat, but okay. That one's coming home with me. For sure. I love it. I love it so, so much. I like the scarecrow, but the scarecrow creeped me out just a little bit. I don't know. He was a little weird. What do I mean by that? Now, see, if it was my cat, like if it looked like one of my cats, I think it's his clothes I don't like. I don't know. I mean, I kind of like him, but that other one's coming home. It's coming home with me. All right. I will talk to you guys later. Bye, everybody.